Hey guys, it's Tom. I know I said I was gonna start doing these reviews on the stump, and I am. This is just gonna be an out of the box because my back is so bad right now. I'm barely walking. Don't worry, it'll straighten out in a few days. Um, so now I have seen a few German renditions of this knife, and this is a German hunting knife. And I have been told it was issued to some German soldiers. This is a knife from out of the 30s, 40s era that, it was just used. Now, I'm going to say this is a cheetah model because it has a swing out guard here. Sorry about the glaring. Swing out guard here. So this knife is, it's just a German hunting knife. That's the only thing I could get on it. This knife is made by Cobra in Pakistan, believe it or not. Yeah, I got another Pakistani knife, and this puppy is sharp, and it does hold an edge. I'm pleasantly surprised. So let's just take a look at the knife, because you can use it like this too. It's not comfortable to use very much, but I mean, if you're getting a small game or whatever. So what we have here is we've got a 4.5 inch. It looks like oak scales, might be pack of wood, but it looks like oak. 5 pins, and the fit and finish on this knife is really nice. Got some brass bolsters stepped here, brass swing out guard. The spring in this knife is unbelievable. And like I said, the fit and finish, you don't feel any of this up here. It's all nice, well, till here. This is sharp. But this is all nice and flat. And as you can see, the knife fits down in the handle. Now, let me put you on pause and I'll get right back to you. Okay. I'm trying to do this without my bipod, and it's really hard to unfold the knife. Now, this is the knife unfolded. Okay? It's got a 7-inch blade. And I call it a thin Bowie blade. Some people call it a Bowie blade, but that's what it's marketed under, as a hunting Bowie. As you can see, the swing out guard, it swings out perfectly right on the blade. Now, balance on this knife, for as odd as it looks, is right at that ricasso, the guard too. Great balance on this knife. You see the liners and everything. Now, this handle is stepped, and when you put it in your hand, you get that nice fat piece back there to take up your fingers. And that front piece there, your fingers get caught right there in that little nub. I've been using this knife now for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks since I've got it. And this is one of them vintage blades that you just don't see much of. It has its use. I mean, you seen it when it was folded up. It could do your small game, or it could do a large game. And then you have 7 more, about another 4 inches of blade there. So you got 3 exposed, 4 hidden, and then you have 4 exposed when you open the whole knife up. The back edge is 90 degree. And like I said, we will have this on a stump review as soon as I can get out there. But look at that knife. That is it's a weird but really nice, gorgeous knife. Now, the springs in this knife are really, really hard. And once that slip joint comes open, you'll be hard pressed to close it up. I'm trying to do this without cutting my finger off. I already got it once. All right, we ain't gonna do that. That's getting on a danger point. But yeah, this is a slip joint, and the spring on this knife is unbelievably hard. So once you get it open, you're going to have a hard time closing it or having it close on your hand. But this is where the stop is. There's a stop on the blade coming out or in. So yeah, this is a German hunting Bowie, I guess you would call it. Now the sheath is your typical, thin. It is leather, but it is really thin. Now the point of the knife fits down into the sheath, and the handle sticks out the top, of course. There's a belt loop on here. I can't say it's the greatest in the world, but there's a belt loop on here. Let me put you back on pause for a second. That's why I put you on pause so I can fold it up for you. So, it's just it's a good leather sheath. Just your, no bells, whistles type. It's going to work leather sheath. The knife itself. Wow, I got to fix this lighting. It's really shadowed. The knife itself just slips down into the sheath like so. You carry it on your belt. So, yeah, it's a great little blade. Like I said, I've been playing with it now for about 3 weeks. Did some bark, made some feather sticks. As far as throwing it into the stump like we've been doing with the knives, I'm not too sure about that because of the slip joint on it, but we'll try it. But for a hunting knife, or if you get lost, it will feather stick, it will baton. You don't have to worry too much about batoning this knife with the length of the blade because you're not really putting much pressure on that slip joint. It will strike a ferro rod, so, it will help you get a fire and it will help you get shelter. So, an all-around good knife to have on your belt, I guess. So, hey, this is Tom. I want to thank you for your time and your patience, and once again, another knife. And we will see you guys on this next one.